Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back again with my beautiful fiancée Marie, and we're gonna be reacting on something a little bit different. Logan Paul vs Floyd Mayweather. So we're gonna be reacting on the highlights, the recap, okay, to make it a little bit more simple for you guys to
That's right.
mash up. Do you know what I mean? And this was dropped 6 hours ago, 4.5 million views.
Okay, that's a lot.
That's a lot actually.
Yeah.
That's a lot. What do you think about this fight, babe?
I don't know why they decided to have a fight, what this is all about, but it's interesting.
It's interesting. Okay.
So,
We haven't seen the fight ourselves yet.
No.
Have you?
no.
No.
Oh, come on.
Well, I need to make
We
sure.
live together now. So funny.
And we're gonna be watching this from CBS Sports HQ. So guys, let's get in the video and see what they got for us. 4.5 million people has already seen this guy. You and I are gonna join now.
Let's get it.
Yeah, HQ, welcome aboard. I'm Eric Casillas. One of the favorite storylines of novels, TV shows, movies is sort of a odd couple type of theme. This guy and this guy together, paired together, living together, going cross country together. How about in the ring together? That's right. They don't look alike. They don't come from the same place. They certainly don't have the same resume. But it was about to be on, like, well, as they used to say, Donkey Kong. What happened? Let's get to it. Let's take a look. Floyd Mayweather, Logan Paul, 8-round exhibition. You know Floyd Mayweather, right? 50-0. 5-division world champ, 44 years old, fighting for the first time in 2.5 years.
I thought he wasn't gonna step in the ring anymore.
And then that guy, Logan Paul, the new school,
And that
20
guy.
million subscribers on YouTube. 0-1 in his professional boxing career, 18 years younger, and came out on fire late round one. Backs Mayweather in, flurrying,
He needs to slow down.
What's going
Like,
on
He wanted to knock him out.
he's gonna be tired.
Logan
I think he wanted to knock him
Paul's
out.
brother, Jake Paul, you know, he's also, he likes
That's his
it.
brother.
Brian
Yeah,
still says round
because
one score
Mayweather is a
on
professional
Mayweather.
fighter, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think he wanted to use pressure, but you gotta be careful because if you don't knock him out from the first couple of rounds, then you're burning out, man.
But I like Paul, man. Round 3, Logan Paul throws the uppercut. Floyd counters the left hook. Take another look. Mayweather.
He looks young, doesn't he? Mayweather, 44 years old.
I know. Isn't it? His height and all that. Look at that.
Mayweather. It was not.
It's about experience.
completely
Boxing is about
one-sided.
experience.
It was just Mayweather was a little better, right? 8th and final round. Logan Paul going the distance. A little showboating. He did win the last round, that's for sure. So Mayweather and Logan Paul go the distance in the exhibition.
Well, is it like a joke or something? Boxing joke.
I know, right?
Logan Paul, I mean, got at least one round. I would think a lot of people had him at 2.
He got at least one
Most people
round.
would say Floyd Mayweather had the majority of rounds.
Obviously, innit?
He
It
certainly
only
had
makes
more
sense.
punches landed, despite the fact that he threw half as many as Logan Paul. You see there, Logan Paul not exactly economical with that 13% punch land rate.
Okay.
I knew if it went the distance, I won, technically, but that wasn't the game plan. When you're fighting a guy like Floyd, you know, the legend, the boxer, kind of relying on him to figure out the game plan and just playing off his. I think I got him with a good shot in that first round, which kind of threw him off a little bit, and I mean, yes, surviving.
Oh, so that's why he's trying to use the effort there.
He's
Okay.
great. He's my second opponent. He's my second opponent. Floyd Mayweather is my second opponent, and so yeah, I mean, you know, I'm happy. I'm happy.
So that's his second fight
It's good. It was good fun.
All right, Logan Paul goes the distance and definitely wins.
Well, I like his choices though. He's not trying to go around the beat around the bush. He's going through
He had
hard.
only boxed professionally once before. It
Kids,
didn't go that well. Now, this was one where they didn't have judges. They had a ref, but no judges. They don't have official scoring. This was an exhibition. The only way you knew for sure that you would have a winner is if it was a knockout. And you see what his resume is right there in the middle. 20 million social media.
So
No, do you
what's it
think
saying?
Mayweather could have knocked him out, but he just wanted to give the fans a bit of show?
I believe he could have, like, Mayweather. Come on now.
Do you know what I mean? He just wanted to entertain the people.
Yeah.
That's why he kept it going. And, but guys, let us know in the comment box what you think about what I just said. Okay, please don't come with punches and fire and knives and guns and all that. Please come with peace.
Peace.
Come with peace. Thank you so much.
20 million social media subscribers.
This guy is trying to
into pay-per-view buys for an exhibition with the greatest of all time.
I wanted to give people a show, and he was fighting to survive.
Seriously, guys, we haven't watched this yet.
We actually have.
We actually see. There's a lot of them on YouTube, and we're just looking through which one to watch.
Yeah.
That's actually, I think that's what happened.
Yeah.
Because it only makes sense, man.
Of course.
How many knockouts in his career? It only makes sense, guys.
As you guys can see, every time he punched, he'd clinch. Every time he'd punch, he'd clinch. He was the bigger guy, and a little awkward.
See, it's about
His background is
experience.
wrestling, if I'm not mistaken. So he was good at tying me up.
Woo!
So a guy that came in over 200 and some pounds. I came in at 155, but no excuse. I had fun tonight, and
I'm going 54 already.
And I really believe that he was, just going the distance. That was a win for him, so he was happy with going the distance.
But you can be as good as Floyd Mayweather. You can't be better because 50-0 is 50-0. 27 KOs. I mean, he's got 12 world titles and 5 different weight classes. I mean, are you kidding?
Do you know what I mean?
Floyd Mayweather never fought anybody who weighed in over 154 pounds.
Really?
Paul weighed in at 190. How about that? This was definitely an odd couple with Mayweather being out of his comfort zone.
Yeah. Well, he did well.
All right, here we go.
honestly.
Let's get our guys in. Luke Thomas, Brian Campbell.
The gossips.
We knew this was going to be a little different. And we knew this was going to be something we didn't really know what to expect. What did you just experience? I'm going to make it that general and say go. BC, start us off.
Hey.
Simple as that.
Yeah, we saw an event. We saw a little bit of a sparring match. And look, if there's a winner in this, there's no winner on the scorecards. Going the distance for Logan Paul. That's a big achievement against somebody, Floyd Mayweather's ability and still what he can do at 44 and the gap in experience and all that stuff. But I don't know if everyone's going home happy that Logan Paul is the moral winner. What we saw was that he was competent enough defensively, along with his size, along with his stamina, to not get knocked out, to not crumble on his own doing.
That's true.
To take the lead in punches and set himself up to be countered. So because of that,
He was trying to be aggressive. See when someone feels vulnerable, they're more aggressive.
Yeah, he pressed the fight in the middle rounds,
just like-
but he seemed to be content.
You don't open
Just
up
as
until you
Logan was to
come
survive
with
both
how.
distance and
It's
the-
about
You have to be
experience.
experienced, and I'm not trying to say this overly pejoratively, but just being honest. I experienced
You did
more.
well.
I thought the Jarrett Hurd fight, the second one in the card, was pretty good. I thought Ochocinco had, some moral victory himself, and then the co-main event was what it was because they had a late replacement there. And listen, in the end, Floyd Mayweather kind of outboxed Logan Paul. I think Logan Paul is your big winner tonight by a pretty considerable margin in the sense of what he was able to do versus expectations. And I think Floyd had a bit of a wake-up call here. Floyd completely outboxed him, let's be clear about it, but this whole thing is predicated on whoever is the person who's the real fighter doing something that it brings massive excitement, usually a knockout, some kind of stoppage, or a dominant performance. And he was the better boxer, but at 44, I think he looked around this time and he realized, even as understanding he's a retired fighter, there's been a lot of decline he's experienced. This was something of a wake-up call for him.
Okay, so what's the legacy from this? What happens now? When I look back on this,
This guy.
5 years from now, is this like
I like
this the
him.
first time I saw
Yeah,
Floyd
he's so
Mayweather?
direct,
Because
like-
when I look back on this 5 years from now, is this like this the first time I saw Floyd Mayweather look old? Because that's kind of what Paul said in his presser. Is this the last time we ever saw Floyd Mayweather do anything? Is this was a one-shot deal? Is this we now start to see these YouTubers getting shots all over the place because with what Paul did tonight? What's the legacy here, in your opinion? Looking at the crystal ball.
That's a good question.
That question gotta be
I
asked.
think it's going to end up being probably the last time you see Floyd Mayweather in a ring boxing. And I think, to Luke's point, you heard kind of a humble response, and Floyd saying, look, I'm not 21 anymore. And I think he learned that. I think maybe he looked in the future and saw, I can keep doing this. If they're going to keep paying me money and I can, televise robbery or whatever he used to call it on the way in, it turned out to be a tougher fight than he expected. But again, the problem with that was you weren't necessarily promised competitiveness in this. But you were promised fireworks and entertainment. You figured Logan Paul was going to go for broke and try to get the knockout, and if he didn't get it, he was going to get knocked out. Because that didn't happen, maybe there's a little bit of sour taste. But in terms of what this does to this industry, not the boxing industry, this was never really going to affect in any sort of overly positive or really negative, unless it was a debacle. Regular boxing. This is celebrity crossover boxing. I don't think either one of these guys, Logan Paul or Floyd Mayweather, is long for doing this again. I think for Logan Paul, this was his mountaintop moment to prove to himself, with his star power behind him in other areas of entertainment, that he could do this. And again, hats off to him for finishing, going 8 rounds, and showing some positives in there. But I don't think you're going to see either of them again in that regard. Can the bubble survive and last? It's only going to be about competition and the action they can put forth.
Mayweather, I didn't even know I was going to see it.
That could be fireworks. But if it's going to keep looking like this, we're going to go back to traditional boxing.
Yeah, pretty quickly. I mean, if you look at the history of booms inside combat sports that feature a lot of freak show exhibitions or sort of craziness, they burn really intensely and then they just kind of peter out almost pretty quickly, but they can last for several years. So I don't know exactly when this is going to end, not anytime soon. Obviously his brother's going to be fighting on Showtime in August, although that's a pretty different kind of fight, but still, you know, you got a YouTuber
they just started a new thing.
More established anyway.
It's going to grow.
What I would say is, listen, on the path to the bubble bursting, a night like this probably facilitates it. It wasn't, if you are going to engineer a night for entertainment, it has to be entertaining. It wasn't really all that entertaining. So this will probably contribute to something, but it's not going to be one of these situations where if you pull the plug, all the water drains. It'll be accumulative. People will just decide, I've kind of seen how this thing goes, I don't need to see it anymore. Tonight was probably one that is going to push it a little bit further on that track.
They want to see a train wreck.
I agree.
They want to see a train wreck.
They both had a point C.
More news at 11.
Right, it was a competitive, not competitive. It was a ordinary boxing.
I think I know what he's talking
contest.
about.
That's not train wreck.
Okay, it was billed as something that was going to be different, and it wasn't all that different, but I still enjoyed watching it, and it was something to do on it.
He's straightforward, man. You see the thing? He doesn't care what you think about it. He loves watching it, and I love it. It's entertainment. That's the whole thing at the end of the day. Yeah, we want to watch professional matches and all that, but then it's still about entertainment.
Exactly. That's
you know what I mean?
Very
It's
much
about
so.
entertaining the people. That's beautiful to watch. So yeah, that's it, guys. As you saw for yourself, Mayweather and Logan Paul. So I don't know if you guys thought it was a good idea that this fight was supposed to happen, or if you think it was the worst idea ever. Let us know in the comment box.
No.
But what I believe is that it's all about entertainment. What I didn't expect is that Mayweather will actually come out in this sort of fight.
Yeah, that's true.
Especially all the record he built for himself and retired. I really didn't expect him to come out to do stuff like this. Guys, let me know in the comment box. And what do you think about the fights like I was talking about earlier? Do you think Mayweather just decided to give the people a good show, a good fight, or it was a real fight that he couldn't knock him out?
Yeah, I think you're right.
Again, let us know in the comment box.
That would be a good discussion, guys. Put it in the comment box. But yeah, I enjoyed it, and I thought they both did well. Like Logan Paul and Mayweather, they both did well.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was cool.
I think it's more positive for Logan Paul.
Yeah, that's
than what you call it, Mayweather. Again, comment box. This is the end of today's video. Thank you so much for your time, and we will see you next time.
Bye.